What's up, s'mores? I'm Shannon Morse. Welcome to my YouTube channel all about travel and technology, and it is officially the Techmas season, so I am here to bring you a gift guide for all of the travelers in your life who may appreciate some new tech in their life while they are on the go. But first, I would like to thank Johnny the Geek. He actually has his own YouTube channel, youtube.com/JohnnyTheGeek, for buying me a coffee over on buymeacoffee.com/snubs. Thank you so much for the support and keeping me caffeinated for these video reviews. And of course, if you are interested in supporting me on Patreon, I am sending out my welcome packages this month for my newest patrons. That's over at patreon.com/Shannon Morse, and all of the funding for that goes directly back into these shows. So thank you so much to my supporters. And now we're on to my gift guide for travelers. The first item I wanted to recommend is the Peak Design backpack. This is the version 1. They actually just came out with a version 2. The version 2 is a little bit more expensive and it's a little bit more streamlined, so you don't see as many different details on the front of it. It looks slightly different than the Peak Design backpack version 1, but this one costs about $200. I got mine, I want to say like 3 years ago, 4 years ago. It's been a long time. I take this thing with me to every single CES that I go to. I take this with me overseas. It goes with me everywhere with my camera gear, my editing gear, my studio gear. This is usually what I take with me to DEF CON as well. So it's a really nice sturdy backpack. It doesn't have a nice curve on the back for like a curved back, but it does have nice padding. And it also has this really nice little slip, so you can actually stick this on top of your carry-on luggage, like a rolling suitcase, for example. So that's really useful. It also has a whole bunch of different little tabs so you can lock things in place. Like you can add a yoga mat on the bottom of this if you wanted to, or your tripod if you wanted to. So plenty of different ways that you can use it. It's very functional, and that's why I recommend it for folks that travel a lot. This one you've already seen on the channel once before. I did a full review on this, but this is my away everyday bag or everywhere bag. I forget what they call it, but this one is full leather and it's the blush version, but you can get less expensive versions if you go for like the canvas material, for example. So you don't have to spend as much as I did for the leather version. I went with this one because I wanted something that would be durable in the long run, and I felt like leather would be. I have taken it with me on several different trips now, and I don't see any scuffs on it. There's like a little black scuff on the bottom, so it definitely lasts. I can absolutely assure you of that. And it holds quite a bit in here. In fact, I can fit my Alienware 15-inch laptop inside of this and take it with me to do edits. So even though it looks small, it's very, very comfortable to hold, and it fits perfectly on top of your carry-on luggage as well. The away suitcase is also something that I have already shown off on the channel before. This is my favorite suitcase that I take with me on as a carry-on for pretty much every single plane ride that I take in the United States. It lasts forever. You can use a magic eraser to erase any scuffs that get on this thing, or you can just purchase one of the darker colors too, because they have so many different colors you can choose from. And it's surprisingly large. Like, you can fit a lot of stuff in this bag. So I've been using this suitcase for quite some time. I really like it, and I highly recommend, especially since they come with lifetime warranties. And I do have a referral code. It does help me out. And I appreciate the people that do use that referral code, because I am definitely going to be purchasing more of these in the future because I love them so much. So yeah, I'm hoping this thing actually does last me my lifetime, because I don't intend to replace this smaller suitcase anytime. So this one starts at $225, but ta-da! You can also get a larger one, and these go up in price obviously based on how big they are. So this one is I think the smallest one that you would have to check. I think that's the one that I purchased, or maybe it's the medium. This might be the medium. I don't remember, but they came out with this limited edition plum color for the holidays, and I was like, I want to have it, so I bought it. And I'm so excited that I have a gigantic suitcase now, because this thing would be great. It's empty right now, but this would be great for like when I go to Japan and I want to buy all of the Sailor Moon stuff, so I always have to check a suitcase and then fill it up with Sailor Moon things and then check it to come back home with all my things. But hey, it's a lot cheaper to go to Japan and like buy a bunch of Sailor Moon stuff than sometimes it is to ship all that Sailor Moon stuff here, because customs and because shipping is very expensive. So this is my baby. It's beautiful. I love it. And it's purple, so it matches my hair. Oh man. Also, packing cubes are a freaking blessing. If you aren't using packing cubes yet, I get it. I know a lot of people that hate change, but once you switch over to these things, you will thank me. They save you so much time, it keeps you so organized, you don't lose things in your suitcase, and you're able to actually get out of your hotel room and see whatever the place is that you're going to because you're not worried about where your clothes are, or you're not worried about something getting dirty because it's mixed in with the clean stuff. You just like use all these different little packing cubes to make sure that everything is organized, and it's a brilliant concept. It helps you limit the size of all of the things that are in your backpack because you can just like squish everything down. And there's so many different types, so many different colors. You don't have to get this blush color. You can get like purple or blue, or like you can get black and white spot ones. Like, it doesn't matter. There's so many to choose from, so many different brands. Doesn't matter which ones you choose. There's just, I just highly recommend packing cubes. They have saved me a lot of work, they've saved me a lot of time and a lot of space in my carry-ons because I don't like to check bags unless I'm going to Japan and I want to buy Sailor Moon stuff. I mean, I'm just being honest, so if you go to Japan and you don't have a fandom, like, oh, you're not gonna have a good time. You need to go to Japan and have a fandom because that place is like made for fandoms, you know? You know what I'm talking about? That's what I'm saying. Okay. Now, I do have some tech in this gift roundup, and I wanted to recommend the LaCie portable SSD. This is the LaCie Rugged 1TB SSD, and this thing runs around $300 depending on when you buy it and where from. It's a wonderful, compact little design that's very rugged. If you drop it, it bounces. So this thing is one of those wonderful little things that is an investment piece, but if you have a lot of data, if you're storing video files or photography, or if you need to do work while you're traveling, this can definitely like save your life, especially if you don't want to lose those files. I love that it's teeny tiny and so compact, and it's really easy to travel with because it's so lightweight. There is also a larger LaCie 4TB Rugged Pro, and this is hard disk drives, and it is set up in a RAID so that I can have a duplicate of my files if I want to, or you can do RAID 0 and just take advantage of all 4 terabytes. I will do full reviews on both of these, hopefully in a couple of weeks, so I definitely want to go into more details about the speeds that you can get with these, but the time that I have spent with these has been really, really positive. This one runs around $300. I think this one's around $250 depending on where you purchase it. Of course, those prices might vary depending on the retailer, but you can find these in several different places. Definitely recommend. Really cool products. The Dell XPS 13 2-in-1, obviously you've already seen my review of this device. It starts at about $1,000. The pen is extra, but the pen is magnetic, so you can just leave it there whenever you're using the product. But this is a 2-in-1, which means, and this is the reason I wanted to recommend it for the gift guide for travelers, you can set it up on the back of an airplane seat on the little tray rest, and you can watch movies on it very, very easily because it does flip out into a tent mode or a tablet mode. So there it goes, it's switched over, and then I can just log in and I would be able to watch videos on this with no issues whatsoever. So it's a very, very useful product. I really like it for entertainment, and I think it would be useful, especially if you're working on the go as well. Another option that I would like to recommend is the Pixelbook Go, which is more so for the entertainment factor and for working online. This one does not pack in the same hardcore specs as the XPS 13 2-in-1, but you also get that really nice screen and you get that portable, nice weight because it's very, very lightweight. And you also get those nice, powerful speakers built in as well, which is super cool. Of course, I wouldn't recommend using the speakers while you're on an airplane. You probably want to listen through the headphone jack, but they're there so that when you get to your hotel room, you can just listen to your video files through the speaker. Anyway, the Pixelbook Go is also a really nice option, and it starts at a cheaper price at $649 and goes up from there. This is a great option if you are interested interested in Chromebooks and you're ready to delve into using one as something that will get you started on your projects. This is the Nimble or Nimble for Good portable bank. This one lasts 5 days and it's a 13,000 milliampere hour battery. The reason I wanted to recommend this one, even though it's slightly more expensive than my other option, it's about $62 for this one, is because it's eco-friendly. They make their products out of plant-based bioplastics and they actually break down over time. They also ship everything in plastic-free packaging, which is very cool. And this one does charge with USB-C, and you can also charge your devices with USB-C as well as USB 3.0. There's 3 different ports for 3.0 and there is one for USB-C. It does come with this magnetically attached USB-C to USB 3.0 cable, which is also very useful. And I have an extra cable here. They also sell this USB-C to USB-C cable too, so I got one of these in the packaging. I like supporting companies that are environmentally aware, and Nimble is one of those, so I definitely recommend their products if you're looking for something that's a little bit more sustainable. My not so sustainable option, however, it's a less expensive option, would be this Anker battery that is a 10,000 milliampere hour battery. This one has only one USB 3.0 port, and this one does have their Power IQ technology built in, as well as power delivery with USB-C port on the other side, and it does have a little notification LED on the side to tell you how much it's charged. This one is a lot smaller than the Nimble battery, but of course you're losing about 3,000 milliampere hour as far as the power goes, but it's very useful to have around. I usually keep this one in my purse, and then the Nimble one is for traveling from an airport and going somewhere around there. So super useful, really like having this thing around. This one, I think when I bought it was about 45 bucks, and I've just been using it since then. It also comes with a mesh bag, and I appreciate that. I have a couple of different options for noise canceling headphones. These first ones are the Bose QC20s. Make sure you purchase the ones that are for Android if you have an Android, or the ones that are for iPhone if you have an iPhone. These ones I did have to add an extra dongle for USB-C so I could actually use them with my phone, because these do come with a regular headphone port. But I've been using these little earbuds for several years now. I know some people complained about the durability of the actual port where it enters into the little battery charger. However, I'm pretty delicate with these whenever I do use them, so I try not to mess up that port. I don't bend them very hard. So they've lasted for me for several years. These are about $250. They do come with several different ear pieces, so if they don't fit your ear, you can choose different ones. And they do have the noise canceling, which works very well on airplanes. There's been several times that there's a flight attendant saying something to me and I just can't hear them, which is sometimes not necessarily a good thing, but it's great if I'm trying to pay attention to a video game. These are the Bose Quiet Comfort 35-2s, which cost around, well, I bought mine for $250 when they were on sale for Black Friday. They do come with this nice little box as well, which I really appreciate the case because that makes it travel friendly. Yay! These are also noise canceling, and they do hold a battery charge. Now, I just bought these, like I mentioned, on Black Friday, so I have not actually taken these on an airplane yet. I have tested them around the house and in a noisy environment, but not on an airplane. So I am going to take them with me this weekend when I go on a flight, and I will be able to tell you how they actually work on the plane. But so far so good. They're very comfortable. The battery seems to last. This is made out of metal, which is also an appreciation. I really like that it's made out of metal, so it feels like it's going to be durable. Hopefully these are as comfortable to wear as the QC20s that I have for the little earbuds, but so far so good. I also really like the color, but you can also get these in silver and black too. The last item on my list is for the ladies out there, and these are the Rothys flats. So I purchased these back in the summertime, and I had a coupon for $20 off. It was somebody's referral. I have a referral link too, which I will put down below for these. But they were $125 starting up, and I was like, no thank you. So I decided to get them with a coupon because I had that 20 bucks off. And then when I got them, I was actually really impressed. So first off, I was impressed because you can wash them. You can take these out and you can throw both of these in the washer. You don't throw them in the dryer, they just air dry, but you can put them in the washer. They are machine washable, so they are always clean and they always smell good, and they don't lose their shape either. Also, the second part that I really liked about these shoes, and I can officially say that I love them, is because I wore these to E3, which is a huge gaming convention over the summer. That's why I bought them, so that my feet could look cute while I'm walking around this gaming convention. Not that anybody's looking at my feet at a gaming con, but I wore them for like 7 miles per day walking around this gaming convention. And because this piece feels like it's memory foam, I don't know if it actually is, but because it is nicely padded, they were super comfortable. By the end of the day, I didn't have any blisters. I was able to go to like an evening party just fine, and they looked great the whole time. I was so impressed. I've never had a pair of flats that actually lasted me an entire convention day and still left my feet feeling comfort at the end of the day. I was just like, no way. So I loved them, and then I threw them in the wash because my feet smelled after the convention, and they look great, they smell great, they last a long time. So I've had them for at least 6 months, thrown in the wash like 6 times since then, about once a month or so, and they've been lasting great. So I did just purchase my second pair. Yay! I'm so excited about those because they're a different color, and I can't wait to get those in because I'm going to wear them to CES, and it's going to be amazing. So that is it for my Techmas gifts for travelers. I do have some other gift guides lined up for you, so definitely subscribe if you are interested in hearing about those as well. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have other gift ideas for travelers too, link them down below. These are just a few of the things that I came up with, but I had a series of like 20 different items that I could recommend to people. So maybe I'll do another gift guide for travelers in the future. But until then, my name is Shannon Morse. Thank you so much for watching to my s'mores, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!